Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the WCPO High School Insider Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Dyer. I'm here in Fort Thomas for David Cecil Memorial Stadium as Highlands gets ready to host Covington Catholic Friday night in our WCPO 9 Game of the Week. But first up, recapping Week 1, I was out at St. Xavier as the Bombers shut out Lakota West for the first time since October of 2018. 10-0, the Bombers scored all 10 of their points in the first half, and they earned 3 interceptions, picking off freshman quarterback Jackson Smith 3 times. And so the Bombers 1-0, Lakota West 0-1, but both teams could meet each other in the playoffs, as one Lakota West assistant coach reminded me. It's happened before, it could certainly happen again. Well, there were so many stars during Week 1, it's hard to keep track of everybody, but certainly I have many of those standout players listed on my story on WCPO.com. I checked out the first game of Greater Cincinnati on Thursday night. Walnut Hills hosting Withrow, and junior Quentin Simmons had a 94-yard punt return. It was one of the definite highlights of the night for Withrow as they shut out Walnut Hills 42-0. Be sure to check that out. Before I go any further, I remind you this WCPO High School Insider Podcast is brought to you by Chick-fil-A, Greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. Enjoy a free Chick-fil-A original chicken sandwich in the Chick-fil-A app August 21st through the 31st. Well, it should be a good one here Friday night in Fort Thomas. The game has been pushed back to 8 p.m. due to the anticipated heat index, but both teams coming off a big victory in Week 1. Covington Catholic defeated Ryle, while Highlands went down to Lexington to defeat Lexington Catholic. Well, hey, let's head into the Highlands Fieldhouse now and talk to head coach Bob Spire and a few of the Bluebirds about this storied rivalry against Covington Catholic. Team is practicing at 6 a.m. this week and getting ready for CovCath. Can you tell us kind of what went into that? Obviously you have to with the heat index, but can you tell us about that?
Well, I've been doing this for a while, and logistical, organizational planning, et cetera, is always big key to success. And obviously you look at the heat policies, you look at the heat restrictions, and you look at just the common sense factor of it. And this is a no-brainer. And it's pretty easy to sell Cov Catholic because nobody wants to carry that cross for a year, so no pun intended. But you know, with that said, you know, the kids felt fully understood. I think community understands, the school system understands, and we're not the only sports organization here that's made that transition.
How are the kids responding? I mean, what's it like?
Oh, we had great practice this morning. Yeah.
Do you coach any differently knowing it's early in the morning? You get them fired up a little more?
You know, we did get everything covered. We had to cut down on the timelines. Each period was a little bit shorter, and you know, we did, you know, so we're in the weight room now. We normally go in the weight room at 6:30 in the morning, so it's not that much different from that standpoint. So we flipped the weight room in the afternoon since it's inside, and then we'll do a little walkthrough down on the inside on the turf from what we didn't get covered today. It won't quite be the same as out on the field and, you know, having the full field and all that stuff, but still, you know, mentally we'll be able to cover all of our alignments and assignments and all those things that you got to have.
When did you find out that Friday night's kickoff was pushed back an hour?
Oh, just a couple hours ago, yeah. But Wes, the AD, and I talked about it a little bit yesterday. We wanted to hold off and kind of get another day to get the projected forecast. Didn't want to jump the gun, but it looks pretty obvious. And the state and the officials, associations, all that, they need enough forewarning to be organized and structure what they need to do to have everything covered. How does that impact your preparation? The guys, everything's routine, obviously, but you know, usually you start at 7 o'clock. Does that change anything in terms of being at 8 o'clock? I think it's probably a good thing early in the season when you have some curveballs that are thrown at you. You have some things because come playoff time in particular, on the road, you're maybe traveling further than you normally do. You're playing opponents you don't normally know. Weather conditions change throughout the season. Football, the conditions are never perfect. The setting's never exactly the way you want it to be. So you got to be able to dance to the dance of whatever's happening at that time.
What'd you like most about the win over Lexington Catholic?
I love the way we kept our composure as they kept coming back on us. I knew they had an outstanding ball club. They got a great leader at the quarterback position and a tremendous playmaker. He reminded me a lot of defending Taylor Heineke when I was down in Georgia. And he's just very relentless, and we kept trying to bring them back. And we just never withered under that storm. And that was probably the most pleasing thing. And, you know, I thought that showed a lot of poise.
The game was tied 20-20 with a little bit less than 11 minutes to go, and then you know,
it was 13 all. It was, you know, it was the kind of game I thought it was going to be, Mike. they're really, really a good ball club. He's got great guys to get the ball, distribute the ball to. They've got some really good linemen, and they just got the whole mix. And it's for an opening game on the road to go into their setting with a veteran quarterback and a lot of skill guys around him, and a lot of veterans on the offensive line, and to just kind of play well early. And really and truly, you look at it from both teams' standpoint as an opening game, that was a pretty clean game. Very few of those, silly penalties, illegal procedures, jumping on, just things that you sometimes see in an opener. There was very, very little of that. Most of our penalties were aggression penalties, and you can kind of live with those a little bit,
What'd you think of Brody, how he played?
Oh, Brody had just a fabulous game. I mean, he's such a calming presence for our team, but he's just such a confident athlete, and he brings obviously a skill set that's very unique. I mean, I had a dream, and I told the guys, the staff, I said, this is a little bit out of the norm, but I said, I had this dream he's going to have 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns, 3 receiving touchdowns. That's a bit, probably 9 possessions, maybe not even be what you get in a game, but it was pretty darn close. You counted really for all 5 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 passing, 1 receiving. Doesn't get much better than that.
How versatile is he for you on the field?
Well, that's pretty versatile. I mean, he's a matchup nightmare, and what are you going to do with him? And then, I don't remember the exact number, but I think he was like 12 out of 16 or something like that passing. Obviously, he was our leading rusher, and that's one of the neatest things also about the team this year is when I got here, we didn't have a lot of size. We've got a lot more size. We've got a lot more strength. The kids have really, put in the work in the weight room, and so we can legit run the football now. But Brody's a big part of that too. But Cam had a great game. Our running back core had a great game. The offensive line really, for an opening game, the ability to run the ball when needed or just run it when you want to. We couldn't do that when I first got here.
You kind of touched on that, the weightlifting and getting bigger. You kind of mentioned that last year as well. We were up here in the weight room. I mean, can you talk about just the effort that this program has put into?
We're in the room where the secret sauce is made, and I think the kids know that now. And I think really and truly that was probably ultimately the difference in that game. We were just a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, had the ability to be a little bit more physical, not because they weren't throwing their body in the fray just as hard, but we had a little bit bigger bodies and a few more of them to throw in the fray.
What are your first thoughts on Covcath Friday night?
Oh, great football team. It ought to be a killer game. It ought to be a classic follow-up to, they just won against a really, really good football team at Ryle, and they do such a great job. Eddie's a really good ball coach, and he'll have them obviously ready, and they've got a veteran quarterback, just kind of like what we just faced. He can throw it, he can run it, and he can create problems for you. Just keeping plays alive, and then you get the senior running back that's really runs hard, and they just got a lot of things they do schematically. Obviously, they got a lot of guys he can get it to. They got corners, great cover corners. I mean, it's create a lot of issues for you. Return guys are dangerous every time they touch it. It's a real test, but I think we're a test too. I think this. If you're gonna watch high school football, last week I thought I would have recommended. I might even recommend it a little bit more this week.
Coach's pick, right? I mean, this may be one of the earliest times that Covcath and Highlands have played during a season.
Well, typically we're in the same district, and now unfortunately it kind of split. Just got split by a hair. We're the second smallest 5A school, and they dropped to 4A, and it just separated us. But they have classifications in football for a reason. You play where you belong, and I've always been a big believer in that, and that's just the way it is, and doesn't change the rivalry any, in my opinion. It's just earlier, and it doesn't necessarily mean anything in terms of district playoffs, but still, with the RPI ranking, ratings in Kentucky too, that's still huge for both of us.
Anybody else in particular you want to mention just on the field? That you mentioned Cam, obviously Brody already.
There's a lot of guys that played really well. Carson Class probably would have been the MVP in that game if it weren't for Brody. He had 2 big touchdown catches. He played great on defense. He probably played more on both sides of the ball than anybody we have, as well as he punted and did a great job. So he really was an important factor in that game. But really, we got guys like Lou Schneider just physically set the tone. There's just a lot of guys like that you hate to kind of single anybody out, but without question, Carson Class made some explosive plays that were critical.
Finally, Coach, before we get too loud here, 294 career wins, from what I understand, 34 years as head coach.
I'm going to count your number on that. I believe that's accurate. You know, I always get confused because people ask me because I coached the Horsemen, the arena team, and we had 26 wins then. So it's football, over 300, under 300, whatever. But yeah, it's we're just taking them one at a time.
I know you're upcoming a milestone here. So I mean, what has it meant to you to coach high school football this long?
I've just been so blessed where I've been to coach so many good guys, good players, good programs, great communities. How I landed here is just a blessing, and I'm just so grateful.
Appreciate it, Coach.
I'm Brody Banky. I'm a class of 24, and I'm play quarterback.
Brody, tell me a little bit about, before we kind of get into this week's game and everything, what you like most about your guys' opening win over in Lexington.
It was a great team win. We had to fight all 4 quarters, which we really needed, because first game you just want to see if you can go all 42 minutes, and we proved that we can do that.
You did a little bit of everything on the field offensively, Brody. I mean, what was the night like for you?
It was awesome, just switching position and position and helping my team out as much as I could.
What did Coach say after the game about getting a big road win like that to open the year?
It was really impressive on our part, going into a tough Lexington Catholic team, and Coach Byer returning after 15 years of coaching for them. It's just really cool for him to return and get a big win like that.
I know he was recognized before the game. I understand a reception before the game and everything. I mean, did it have a little extra meaning for you and your teammates, for him to have that homecoming and you guys come out with a win?
Yeah, it definitely did. Just getting a big win for our coach, and we all love him, so it felt really good to get a good win for him.
Great. Obviously, you turn the page now, focusing on Covcath Friday night. Maybe one of the earliest times that you've played Covcath during a season between the storied rivalry. What are your first thoughts on playing them?
It's going to be a really exciting game, and we're all really getting ready and really excited for the game.
What's a week like of preparing for Covcath? Can you take me through that?
It's just different. Everyone feels more locked in, and practice is way more intense, and everyone's just ready for Friday to come.
How do you get in the zone? How do you kind of maybe avoid the distractions, or just kind of keep your focus?
I just try to stay off social media and not talk to kids from Covcath, and just stay away from all the drama.
What's it like to play in this game?
It's like undescribable. It's just awesome.
What do you think is going to be the key for you guys, for the Bluebirds offense and defense as well?
Protecting the ball offensively, and defensively just keeping them off, or offensively keeping them off the field, their offense off the field as long as possible.
You guys, I know it's all about this year, but certainly you had a signature win there last year. You know, how did that really kind of lift the season in terms of last season? How did that maybe kind of carry over this year?
Last season we didn't play our best in that game, but we still got the win, so that's all that matters. This year we're hoping to protect the ball this year and seeing what we can do.
How do you think you've improved just from a year ago?
My reads have definitely gotten better, and I'm way more comfortable with our offense and knowing what guys to look at in certain coverages and that stuff.
You're a 3-year starter here. I mean, tell me what Highlands football has meant to you in your life.
It's meant everything. It's gotten me through lots of hard times, and just knowing that I have football to come to every day is a great thing.
Appreciate it, Brody.
Thank
for your
you.
time. Good luck to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
My name's Luke Schneider. I'm a tight end and D-end.
Big week 1 for you guys.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
How do you carry that momentum into this week?
I think we stay focused on practice this week. You know, with the heat index and us not being able to practice after school, we got to wake up a little bit early. But I think if our team just stays focused on, I know it's a big game coming up, and I think that win will carry over some energy towards this Covcath week.
Luke, Brody was telling me it was all dark here when he arrived here this morning. When you and your teammates, what's it been like to practice so early?
Oh, you know, I'm used to waking up early. I've always been a morning person, but I know it's hard for some players to wake up and get here on time. But I love it. I love the energy getting out here early in the morning with the lights on. It's awesome.
What's that do for you guys? Maybe kind of build a little extra.
Oh yeah, it builds character. If you freaking get to wake up, just be locked in right in the morning. Kind of carries over into school. You can get you have football out of the way for the day, and you can get through your school day pretty easy too.
What's the Covcath week like for you guys?
Oh, it's most energy of the week. I think one of the most important weeks of our football season. And I think our whole team's been amped up for this throughout the whole summer and through the whole spring practice.
What's going to be the key for you guys on Friday night?
I think if we got to protect the ball. I know last year we had, I think, 5 turnovers, or lost the ball 5 different times, but I think if our defense plays to our potential, our offense both plays to our potential, we'll be good. I think execute our plays, it's going to be a great game.
I mean, you take me through, like, what's it like to be out here on a Friday night in a rivalry game?
Having all our student section, their student section, all the energy that both of the schools bring, it's just awesome. Having all the fans come out here, I know this place will be a packed house on Friday night.
What's Highlands football meant to you?
It's been my whole life for the past 4 years, pretty much. You know, being here with your brothers almost every day, it's just awesome to be a part of this team.
What's Coach Ben like to play for?
It's turned it around. I know freshman year we had Coach Weinrich from, now he's at Campbell County. I think it's just stepped up the game and the workout, especially in the weight room. We didn't have that big of a weight program, and since Coach has brought that here, I think our team's got developed, just got way stronger, you know. I think we've gotten faster in every aspect of the game.
Do you notice the difference? I mean, you tell me about the effort in the weight room.
Definitely, yeah. When we come here in the mornings, it's just different. Everybody getting their workout in.
How's that impacted you personally?
I feel like since freshman year to now, I've gotten so much stronger doing my own work, but especially from the program that he's brought here. I know we have focused on like 5 different key lifts, and we just keep going through different routines each week. I'm loving it.
Can you tell me about how important football is to this community in Fort Thomas?
They've donated so much money to us. We've done so many fundraisers here in Fort Thomas for that, and I think the whole community will come together and Fort Thomas has always been known as a football city. So I think these past few years have just turned that motive around in Fort Thomas that football's back here.
Appreciate it, Luke. Thanks very much. Good luck to you. Well, this may be the earliest in a season that Covington and Highlands have faced each other. Remember last year, Highlands snapped that 9-game losing streak to Covington with a big victory in late October. They hadn't beaten Covington since 2015, and certainly they took one there in Park Hills, and certainly the Colonel's got to be hungry to get one here in Fort Thomas. Spoke with head coach Eddie Eviston of Covington this week, and he says, hey, we got a great opponent on our hands. We're certainly going to have our hands full. We know that we came out and did well week 1, including the offense. Owen Lean, 3 touchdowns. Senior quarterback Evan Pitzer, 17 of 24 passing. But they know what they're going to have a formidable foe in Highlands on Friday night. Well, hey, Covington and Highlands is just one of several games we're going to keep our eyes on this Friday night. How about Taft and Reading? Both teams won their season opener. Princeton taking on Lakota West, key GMC battle right there. And also Turpin and Kings, both teams opening up the ECC schedule, both with big victories over GMC schools a week ago. Be sure to check out all the highlights from these games on WCPO 9 Football Friday. You can make sure you check out our WCPO High School Insider podcast on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. Thanks again for listening and watching. Talk to you next week.